My stepmother discarded all of my late mother's jewelry, dismissing it as worthless trinkets. So I had her arrested when she attempted to sell my grandmother's heirloom ring. My father remarried just 11 months after my mother's passing. Claudia was the opposite of my mom in every way: boisterous, extravagant, and fixated on wealth. She stormed into our home like an invader, redecorating and erasing every trace of my mother's presence. "A fresh beginning for us all," she announced, tossing my mom's photographs into garbage bags. I was only 17, helpless to stop her. My father, eager to fill the emptiness left by mom's death, just went along with it. When I objected, Claudia would flash a sugary smile and tell Dad I was struggling to cope. The jewelry vanished during my final year of high school. I had planned to sell it bit by bit to fund my college expenses. My mother's collection wasn't vast, but it included my great-grandmother's emerald ring and a sapphire pendant from the 1930s. "Where's Mom's jewelry box?" I asked one morning. Claudia didn't even glance up from her tea. "Threw out that rubbish ages ago," she said. "Just fake stones and cheap alloys, no value." My heart sank. Those weren't imitations. "It all seemed tacky to me," she shrugged. "I did you a kindness by clearing out that mess." My father dismissed the idea that Mom's jewelry was worth anything. "Your mother didn't have money, sweetheart. Claudia knows better." I spent weeks scouring pawn shops and online auction sites, but found no trace of it. The jewelry, my last physical link to 3 generations of women in my family, was gone. 2 years later, while home from college, I spotted Claudia's social media post. She was at an antique valuation event, beaming next to a display of jewelry. Her caption read, "Having grandma's old keepsakes appraised. You never know what gems are tucked away in storage." I zoomed in on the image. There unmistakably was my great-grandmother's emerald ring. She had kept the jewelry, stashed it away, and lied to me for years. The appraisal show aired 3 months later. I watched Claudia's eyes widen as the expert described the ring's worth. "This 1920s piece is valued at roughly $9,000. The emeralds are authentic, and the design is exquisite." The camera captured her avaricious smirk perfectly. The next day, I contacted the police. "I'd like to report a theft." The officer was doubtful until I presented my mother's insurance records, complete with photos and valuations of every piece. Dad had overlooked the insurance inventory, but I'd saved copies of everything. When confronted, Claudia insisted she'd found the jewelry in storage and thought it was her family's. The insurance photos told a different story. Mom wearing the emerald ring at my middle school ceremony, dated just months before her death. The charges held firm: theft, fraud, and making false statements when she initially denied the jewelry's existence. At her sentencing, I sat in the courtroom as Claudia wept about misunderstandings and family conflicts. The judge wasn't swayed. "You deliberately misled your stepdaughter about items of both financial and emotional significance. This was no accident. It was intentional theft." She received a 20-month sentence and was ordered to pay full restitution. My father finally saw the truth about the woman he'd married, but it was too late for our relationship. He'd chosen her over honoring Mom's memory and standing by me. I held onto the emerald ring, but sold the other pieces to create a scholarship fund in my mother's name. Each year, it supports a student who lost a parent young. Claudia serves her sentence knowing that Mom's trash now empowers kids to build brighter futures than the one she tried to take from me.